Okay, YouTube, it's Kev here from The Kev Baker Show. Thank you for all deciding to tune into this video. I won't take up too much of your time. As you can see here, I'm on for 2 hours now, Monday through Thursday. Tonight, Anthony Patch will be on with me over at tfrlive.com, 10 p.m. in the UK, and that's 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. Urge you all to join us we'll be getting into the eclipse that will be happening later today in the US and a whole lot more, including 5G, AI, robots. And that's where I want to begin today. Because you know how I've got this kind of like love-hate relationship with Elon Musk? I think the guy's a genius, but at times I question his kind of objectives. I question where he's going with things, especially when it comes to the neural lace and stuff like that. But as you can see from the headline here, Elon Musk has just joined 100 tech chiefs warning the UN that killer robots could be a third revolution of warfare. The Tesla chief is among the signatories of a letter warning once this Pandora's box is opened, it will be hard to close. And I would put forward and I would argue, folks, that that ship has already sailed. It really has. In recent days or weeks, we've seen the stories of the Facebook AIs that were developing their own language, becoming deceptive so that their human programmers couldn't work it out. More effective than the language that we use, a pictorial kind of language. And you've seen this happening at Google and stuff like this as well. So when they say that they're wanting to try and prevent this before it happens, what's really going on here? And I think we're looking at some kind of problem, reaction, solution, and I'll explain that as we go along. But like I say, Elon Musk, a long time kind of ringing the bell almost, warning people about the perils, rightly so in my opinion, of AI and robotics. But like I say, you have to look very closely at his kind of motives. What's driving Elon? We'll get into that more. I just want to read some of this article to you because I think it's important to get some of the language that they're putting forward, and then we can kind of decipher what's going on here. Billionaire Elon Musk has added his voice to more than 100 tech leaders in a letter to the United Nations warning that, quote, killer robots could become weapons of terror. Urging the UN to take action, 116 artificial intelligence leaders and robotics companies from around 26 countries signed the open letter. Launching the Joint Conference on Artificial Intelligence, the tech founders state, and I quote, lethal autonomous weapons threaten to become the third revolution in warfare. Automated tanks, drones and machine guns are among the weapons they fear could lead to an arms race, although the technology does not currently exist. And let me pause there because an arms race, that's exactly the kind of thing that the military-industrial complex want to hear. And that's exactly why they've put so much money into bringing about this robotic and autonomous revolution. And you know, Elon Musk and the rest of these cats, they're not stupid. They absolutely know that this is the way things are going. And yet here they are putting out this very public kind of statement here. And it goes on to say that the memo urges the UN to ban the development and use of such killer robots and add them to a list of morally wrong weapons, which already includes lasers that blind and chemical weapons. The co-founder of Google's DeepMind, Mustafa Suleyman, also signed the appeal. And the letter says, once developed, they will permit armed conflict to be fought at a scale greater than ever and at timescales faster than humans can comprehend. And you know, that's one of the selling points that the military-industrial complex and these weapons manufacturers will probably put on the labels when they're punting these to third world kind of dictators that they've put in there to front up a faux government. This is the kind of thing that these elites want. Listen to that. Once developed, they will permit armed conflict to be fought at a scale greater than ever and at timescales faster than humans can comprehend. And when you take into account something like the Georgia Guidestones, which say we're going to lose about 6.5 billion people if their optimum number of 500 million is to be believed, then this is the kind of thing that's exactly coming our way. And that's not putting fear out there, okay? I'm just telling you the information as it's happening. And like I've said on numerous occasions now with Anthony, and even with Max Egan as well the other night, who's pressing home this point, this AI and robots are the biggest thing coming our way. Included into that, or on top of that, roll out 5G. And you're talking about our full immersion into this hellish dystopic future that is almost upon us. But going back to this, it says here that these can be weapons of terror, weapons that despots and terrorists use against innocent people, and weapons hacked to behave in undesirable ways. Well, it's not just despots and terrorists that are liking the ideas of robots, because this article here, and it's one of many from the New York Post and other publications out there, US military will have more combat robots than human soldiers by 2025. And who can argue with that, folks? Who can argue with that statement? We see the drones and everything they've got right now, the submarines that are under development, they've got ships, they're developing autonomous landing gears for helicopters. Who can honestly say that, no, this curve won't continue, it's just going to plateau out and we've seen everything there is to see? Absolutely not. And it says here that the US military will have more robot soldiers on the battlefield than real ones. A top intelligence expert has claimed. John Bassett, a security consultant with a 20-year career at GCHQ, believes deadly combat robots are rapidly becoming a reality of modern-day warfare. And, I'm just going to type in something here just to show you as I think of it. Tesla robot factory. Just look at this. This is the guy, again, Tesla, who's worrying or warning about robots and stuff like that. Look at his factories. His factories are entirely made up of robots near enough now, okay? This is why I've got this love-hate thing going on with them. He warns about them, but he's heavily into it all. And admittedly, these aren't killing machines. But take a look at this one. This is the Method 2. We'll just play this here. Hopefully we'll play this without any advert or anything like that. Now, look at that thing there. Tell me what that's designed for if it isn't going to be used by the military for you-know-what. I mean, this is like something out of a sci-fi movie. And I only bring this up here, right? Comes from South Korea, as you can see. Because, like I keep on saying, this robotic genie is well and truly out the bottle. So why then? Why have you got people like Musk, who's got his own company called OpenAI, just won the Dota 2, or beat the Dota 2 champion, an online game, said that it's hard to explain this game even to humans, yet this OpenAI version of kind of combative, or it was a, what do you call it now? I'm trying to think of the actual name. Oh! Yeah, it was an adversarial neural network that it was playing against humans, and within the space of 2 weeks, it learnt the game to the level where it could beat the world's top professional player. I mentioned AlphaGo earlier on as well, and they're the ones behind, or DeepMind are behind AlphaGo. It beat the world's best Go player in a best of 3 kind of match. So again, AI very much out the bottle. The robots very much out the bottle. And you have to ask then, why is it Elon Musk and these people are sounding the alarm so publicly? And it's to gain a reaction. That's exactly what it's to do. Problem? Ooh, ooga booga. Killer robots are coming. And they are coming, don't get me wrong. Reaction. Well, even people who are not aware of alternative media or any of the stuff myself and Anthony and Johnny cover about the D-waves or quantum computers or any of that stuff, then they're obviously going to sit up and take notice here. We've all seen this fella. We don't want him walking down the street. So they're going to have a reaction. They're going to say, well, this is no use. What can we do? That's where people like Elon Musk can step in and say, well, we can produce the version of robot that will be good, cuddly, and won't be doing that kind of thing. And we've got just the way to do it. Because when you think of robots, you have to think hand in hand with artificial intelligence as well, okay? When it comes to the AI, Elon Musk has often offered up his solution. And his solution to the fact that AI could run away and decide that humanity needs to be destroyed, or these robots might turn against us, is the neural lace to integrate us with these machines. If you can have people worried enough about these machines and what's just around the corner, and everyone's about to be losing their jobs anyway, well, what do? Well, we offer up the solution. When I say we, I'm using the kind of elite, nefarious we. They offer up some kind of symbiotic device, some kind of interface between us and the AI hive mind robotic system. It could be a neural lace, but as we've been putting forward, and I was shocked the other night as well to hear Max Egan talking about the third strand of DNA, a triple helix DNA. This could exactly be the kind of technology that we've all got floating about within us already. We've seen Morgellons coming from the breathing in of the air and all around us. None of us are immune to breathing, folks. We all breathe that same air. And these nanoparticulates are within all of us. Maybe they're just waiting to be activated. Maybe that's why some people act so strangely. They've already been activated. I honestly do not know. And when they say AI won't be taking, or they're worried about AI getting involved in the military and things, can anyone remember Jade Helm? The military exercise that had everyone going back crap crazy. But the fact was that this was some kind of military exercise that was ran. It was managed by an artificial intelligence for the purpose so it could model everything that was going on right down to people's reactions. At the time, even me looking at these images would have been feeding back into that AI system, because what it was doing was it was learning. Why are they teaching it? They're teaching it because it's set to roll out by the year 2025, they say. And I wonder right now just how much of the military and everything else is under AI control. Because for me, the AI genie is already out the bottle. Hope I haven't taken up too much of your time, folks. Catch more of this later on the Kev Baker Show. Catch me over at kevbakershow.com. And of course, the #1 network, tfrlive.com. Catch you all later. I've got this kind of like love-hate relationship with Elon Musk. I think the guy's a genius, but at times I question his kind of objectives. I question where he's going with things, especially when it comes to the neural lace and stuff like that. But as you can see from the headline here, Elon Musk has just joined 100 tech chiefs. It really has. In recent days or weeks, we've seen the stories of the Facebook AIs that were developing their own language, becoming deceptive so that their human programmers couldn't work it out. More effective than the language that we use, a pictorial kind of language. And you've seen this happening at Google. Okay, YouTube, it's Kev here from The Kev Baker Show. Thank you for all deciding to tune into this video. I won't take up too much of your time. As you can see here, I'm on for 2 hours now, Monday through Thursday. Tonight, Anthony Patch will be on with me over at tfrlive.com, 10 p.m. in the UK. Warning the UN that killer robots could be a third revolution of warfare. The Tesla chief is among the signatories of a letter warning once this Pandora's box is opened, it will be hard to close. And I would put forward and I would argue, folks, that that ship has already sailed. And that's 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. Urge you all to join us we'll be getting into the eclipse that will be happening later today in the US, and a whole lot more, including 5G, AI, robots. And that's where I want to begin today. Because you know how